When you are going through a painful experience, you mostly feel so alone. We don't talk so much about our pain. So when you're going through an experience that is painful, you feel like, God, I've never heard anyone talk about this, so I must be the only one going through this. And most of the time, you can't even see the light at the end of the tunnel. And this is why it's so necessary for us to talk about our pain and share how we overcame it and how we made it to the other side, so that the people that are going through it now can know that there actually is a light at the end of the tunnel. Hey YouTube world, welcome to my channel. If this is your very first time visiting my channel, the warmest welcome to you. If you are returning, the most heartfelt thank you for your support of my channel. Today I want to talk a little bit about turning your pain into purpose. Now, as human beings, we have all gone through painful experiences. If not all of us, most of us have, right? And it's so much easier for us to turn our joyous moments into moments of celebration, moments of us expressing to one another and sharing it to one another, than to turn our painful moments into that. And funny enough, or maybe not funny enough, ironically enough, those painful moments are the ones that are going to be most helpful to people. Because when you are going through a painful experience, you mostly feel so alone. We don't talk so much about our pain. So when you're going through an experience that is painful, you feel like, God, I've never heard anyone talk about this, so I must be the only one going through this. And most of the time, you can't even see the light at the end of the tunnel. And this is why it's so necessary for us to talk about our pain and share how we overcame it and how we made it to the other side, so that the people that are going through it now can know that there actually is a light at the end of the tunnel. If you watch my Getting to Know Me video, which you should, you will know that this is something that is a very big part of why I became a YouTuber. See, the thing about pain is a signaler. Pain is kind of like our error message that comes up and pops up. When you're in a computer and you're doing something and an error message pops up, you don't just slap the band-aid on it and keep going. No, you have to diagnose what that error message means. Where is it coming from? How can you fix it so that that error message doesn't come up again? That is what pain is in our lives. Pain is an error message letting you know something is malfunctioning in your body. Something is malfunctioning in your spirit or your mind or whatever it is. And you need to diagnose it. You need to do a diagnostic test to figure out what it is, where it is, and how you can solve it so that this pain ceases. But as human beings, you know what we do? We pop bottles to make sure the pain goes away. We take pills to make sure the pain goes away. We become promiscuous, having meaningless sex to make sure the pain goes away. We eat it away. We sleep it away. Hello, am I the only one? There's so many different things that we do to try to mask this pain, when really all it's begging us to do is to diagnose it and to fix it. So if you have been blessed enough to have gone through some painful experiences, I am going to plead with you, or to persuade you to try to turn that pain into purpose, because there's so many people in this world who need your version of how you overcame your pain, so that they are going to be able to come out on the other side too. So let's cut to the meat of this. How do you turn your pain into purpose? Step one is to understand your pain. Yes, diagnosis. You're gonna have to figure out what your pain really was. Figure out what it really meant to you. Because just because you're feeling a pain that is similar to someone else does not mean that the root of the cause is the same. So I'm going to make a very drastic example just so we can understand where I'm coming from. Let's take losing a child, losing an infant. You had a baby 2 days old and you lost that child. That pain, although it will be the same as someone else who lost a child, may be coming from a different root cause. Yes, on the surface, you lost a child, and I am absolutely sure that this is gut-wrenching. But when you think about it, the person who loses a child and can never afford another in vitro, her pain would be her and his pain will be different from another parent who lost a child but still has the possibility of conceiving again. On the surface, they're the same, but when you really dig deep, it's so much more different. So when we really sit and try to diagnose, get to the absolute root cause of that pain, you will realize that there's some differences. And the deeper you can get with what your differences are, the more precise you're going to be able to reach someone who is going through that exact pain as you. Step two is to really sit and think about how you overcame that pain. Now, with this example that I gave, which is absolutely excruciating, I can imagine, you do not ever get over that. That is not something that you absolutely overcome. So when I use the word overcome, I'm not talking about you fully getting rid of the pain that never comes back again. What I'm trying to say is you getting over it so that the pain does not control your life anymore. That is where you can say you overcame. Obviously, different experiences, different painful experiences, and their definition of overcoming would be absolutely different. So bear that in mind. But I want you to sit and figure out, how did you overcome it? Was it therapy? Was it you writing a book? Was it you talking to people? Was it you having a very solid support system? Was it that you wrote letters to this baby that you lost? What was it that helped you overcome that? We're going to call that the solution. Step three is for you to write down all the things that make you you, the traits, your strengths, your weaknesses, the things that you love doing. I want you to write these things down, because see, the definition of purpose means the reason for which something was made or created. Now, if we're going to make this your purpose, then it has to align. The packaging of your solution that you found in step 2 has to align with who you are, the truth of who you are, your strengths, your weaknesses, the things that you love doing, your passions. It has to align with it so that it actually becomes you. Your presentation of this overcoming, this solution, becomes you. So in that way, you really are leaving your footprint on humanity. Step 4, align the solution that you came up with in step 2 with the traits that you found in step 3. Create a package that looks like you, that sounds like you, that is you. If you love to write, then maybe you're going to do a book. You're going to write a book about the painful experience and how you overcame it. If you like to talk, like I do sometimes, then you would want to, start a blog or a vlog, or start a something that allows you to speak and to use the things that are uniquely you, the gifts that you have inside of you that are uniquely you. You want to try to package it in a way that allows you to use that. You may want to write a song because that's one of your gifts, or make a movie, or you want to, whatever it is that makes it you, that makes that packaging you, put it in that way and let it out. That is step 5. Act on it. Whatever it is that you have found that will be the best packaging for you, the way that you can put your stamp on this lovely earth. I'm going to tell you guys a little story. I was watching a movie. I'm not sure what the title of the movie was. And in that movie, they were talking about, what are you going to do? What is your rent you're going to pay for occupying this space in earth? And I think that really is what this is. Right? Turning your pain into purpose. I hope that you will be fearless in tackling this project of turning whatever pains that you went into purpose in your life. I thank you guys, and I appreciate you so much for watching my videos and for subscribing, sharing, liking, and hitting on that notification bell so you know when I post. Thank you so much for your support.